Hey, what's up, everyone? Scott Brandt coming to you on this beautiful Friday evening. This will be taking off here soon because I gotta get ready. I've got drill, so bifacial hair. See you later. So, man, I think it's one of those things that you really have to consider, and you've got to look at who's in your inner circle. Who's there that you're working with to dream big? How many of you are going after big vision that you can bring others along with you? And it's a powerful thing to really see when two visionaries come together, myself and Patrick, and what's taking place. And so, two native sons, with everything that we have there, it's about to blow up. And excited to just to see the different things that we're doing. We had a roundtable discussion. When was that? Wednesday. But that's gotten a lot of great feedback. It's exciting to see the growth that's taking place, seeing people that want to jump on there. And honestly, I look at it as I think it's a much needed avenue because people can be open and discuss and not have to worry about having anything held back from them. And it's just come as you are, talk. Like I said, we don't hold anything back from any individuals. We're like, hey, this is what we're going to talk about, but we don't tell them, hey, you can't talk about this, just because we want people to show up and be true and whatnot. And so this whole big dream, big visions, everything, I have to laugh because thank you, Patrick, for freaking having the writing bug bite me and whatnot. So I sent this to Patrick today, and it's just one of those things that something was just kind of gnawing at my mind this morning. So just kind of put this together very quickly. Inverted perception of life, looking at things from an unclear focus, overlooking the beauty in the smallest things, value those things that may never happen again. Everything is present to find the beautiful seed of positivity. You are the integral part. Overcome, grow, and create progression. Use what you've been given to create the life you desire. And I've got to give a shout out to Patrick because just being around him and hearing him spit his poetry and just share with people, you know, it inspires people. It's inspired me. So I'm like, whatever, just start writing away. Get your words out there. And it's one of those things to really cause people to think. So I told Patrick and Q there's something that may take place for me. It is way out there. So we'll see what comes from this upcoming journey that doesn't even pertain to any business. But it's funny because things start opening up. People are looking for different things. And so it's like, okay, just go take a jump. You live once. Go and live new experiences, go try out new things. Here we go. So we'll see what comes out of it. If it does, then I'm excited for the but the results of taking this leap. And so it's funny just how things kind of line up, and it's like, here we go swing the bat. It's go meet new people, go create new experiences and whatnot. But within The Buddha and the Badass, it's a book that I've highly talked about. It's one that I highly suggest people really taking a look and reading it. It will resonate. It resonates a lot, but you have to have done the work. And so if you haven't done the work, then it's not going to stick. There's things that will be spoken and it won't resonate with you because you're stagnant. To be truthful and honest with people, if you're stagnant, you're not going to recognize things that you need to take care of. And so that's the other thing. When I look at just what's going on with Two Native Sons, Patrick and I were working on some different things, and it's a powerful thing when you start seeing things grow and you had an idea and now it's coming to fruition. It's on paper, and I have to laugh, and I'm excited for what's taking place and just excited for the growth and just actually seeing things come to life. And so that's where it comes into play by having a big dream, big vision, and surrounding yourself with people that do the same. Too many people have people around them where you're not pushing each other. You're not pushing yourself, and the people that you're around aren't pushing you. and you're okay with it. You know what? I'd say I love you where you're at. If that's you, hey, more power to you. But for me, I've talked about it with Two Native Sons impacting 10 million people. And so my goal of 10 million people has been 10x now. So it's 100 million people, my overall arching goal. But that ultimately is going to get taken care of and get done through the collaboration with individuals coming together and just dreaming big and understanding that there's something bigger out there than us. And we've got to come together and we've got to work for it. And so it's one of those things. I shot Q over there, a gentleman I follow. He had shown a picture and just having the center points being you, and then you go impact 3 people. And then those 3 people impact 3 people. And it just continues to grow. And the outside of this circle, I think the growth on that was like 2,197 or 47, but over 2,000 people on that outer circle. And that was a result of you being a catalyst, but coming together and working with other people and going and striving after whatever it is. And so that's the thing, that you've got to work together. If you're trying to do things on your own, you're going to burn yourself out. You're only one person. And that's the beauty of creating a business, working on a business together with other individuals, because it makes it fun. It makes it interesting because you're able to play off of each other. You can start giving different ideas. And it's a very unique perspective when you're working with friends. And it's fun because you're going after something bigger. And we know just from conversations, just from interacting with people, what's taking place. And so talking about this, for me, it's not scary. I'm actually excited about it because new things come up every day. And so I've got to talk to Patrick. There's some inconvenient things with everything that we do. It's inconvenient. And so I love it that way. But there's some things that I got to talk to Patrick that's going that route too. So we'll see what we get out of this. But it's just one of those things that you see something, you start dreaming, and you're like, okay, let's see what we can get out of it. What can we create? But within the Buddha and the Badass, this is talking about becoming a visionary. And one thing that was spoken in here is creating inspiring missions that pull you and everyone around you into action. Think about that. How many people are you around that have a inspiring vision? It's something that drives you, because he talks about here one of the rules, which if you've seen any of my lives, and this was probably about a month ago, Vasheen talks about rules being bullshit rules. And so I have to laugh at that, because we've got some rules that people like to follow that are bullshit. And it comes into the fact that people don't want to question. They just go along with the programming. They're like, yeah, that's okay. No. Forget that, man. They're bullshit. Get rid of them. And so within this aspect of coming together and creating a big vision for people, he was calling this the unified brain model. And then within this model, you don't burn out like so many others do. And think about that. If you're by yourself and you're trying to do everything by yourself, you're going to be limited by your stories that you're telling yourself. You're going to be limited by your experiences. And that's why it's powerful to collaborate. Find people that dream big just like you, because that's going to make it so much simpler to accomplish whatever it is. But if you're trying to do everything on your own, you're going to burn yourself out. And that's the issue that a lot of people run into is, oh, I'm going to do this by myself. I'm scared somebody's going to take my idea. Well, guess what? I've talked about this before. When it comes to your business, it can be imitated by whoever. It doesn't matter. And so Patrick's talked about this, where we're getting to the point now where there's not many original ideas. The ideas that are being created is a spinoff of something that's already been created. And that's the entrepreneurial lifestyle. When it comes to creating a new product, a lot of times they're looking at that previous product and saying, what is the consumption chain problem that people are dealing with? And then they're going to find a way to fix that and create another product. But guess what? What's going to keep your business from not being stopped is putting your story in there. Your story is unique to you. Nobody else has that story. So put it in there. It's going to allow it to grow. It's going to allow it to continue, even if it's imitated. Guess what? Your story is what's going to separate it. And so many people don't think about it that way. They're scared to be transparent and vulnerable for whatever reason. It's coming down to the fact that people are scared about being judged. And I've said it before that you're judged 100% of the time, regardless of what you're doing. So how are you going to show up? And so that's for me, when I look at it, the stuff that I'm doing, different ideas and whatnot, I don't care who is going to jump on here. The people that see it will jump on. The people that don't won't be part of it. And you know what? That causes me a lot less stress because I'm not worried about what this person's thinking. I'm not worried about what this person's thinking. It's like, no, we're going. If you see it and you want to be part of this, jump on with us. If not, cool. You stay on the sidelines, and when you look and you're like, oh, man, they said they were going to do it, and they did it. Love you. So it's just one of those things that you really have to consider. But in here, he was talking about everyone lives between two worlds, and your inner world gives clues to the identity you desire to become. Too many people are relying upon the external world. They're relying on the opinions of others. They're driven by the validation that somebody else provided them. Guess what? That's their opinion. Everybody has opinions. And so I have to laugh because when I look at it, you hear about people getting appraisals. That's somebody else's opinion of you. So that's what makes it tough, and where we get sad and we get stressed out and we get mad because somebody else's opinion is dictating who we are. Screw that, man. We've got to get over that. And so it just starts with people making the change, but some people don't want to do it because that forces them out of their comfort zone, and they love their comfort zone, and they don't want to push their boundaries because it's scary, because once you get past your boundaries, you don't know what's out there. And that's where a lot of people will start having these ideas, but they don't go after them because they're scared, because they don't know what's on the other side. I find it unique for Patrick and I with two native sons. We've talked about it and we've jumped on everything. We are going to go move forward, and we will make adjustments as we need to. But it's like, screw the fear, jump, and we'll develop and we'll change and pivot as we need to. Too many people are like, well, I have this idea, but what's going to go wrong? You have this idea, what can go right? What does your life look like if you had no fear of failure? What would your life look like? And it's one of these things that I'm just very passionate about, very heated, because people have so much potential in them, but they end up dying with it because they're scared. They start thinking about the negative stuff, and that's going to limit you, and you're going to be upset and you're going to be mad because you've limited yourself. You've allowed that fear to dictate what your life looks like. Screw that, man. Embrace the fear, but tell the fear to sit and watch and let's go. Too many people are like, oh, the fear. I don't want to be made fun of. I don't want to fail. Guess what? You fail, that's where you learn. And that's a necessary thing. I don't know why I'm heated right now, and I don't know what's going on here right now, but there's something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'll figure that out and let you know. With the inner visionary, when it comes to leaders, if you call yourself a leader, start looking and seeing how you inspire people. Do you dream big, or do you limit yourself because you're scared? If you have small dreams, you're limiting your team. Because guess what? These small dreams are like this bottom fruit that's down here that anybody can get a hold of. Anybody can get it. Go to the top of the tree where the best fruit's at and grow and bring people that see that vision along with you instead of limiting people. And this is the thing too, as you're building teams, let them run. Anything that they're strong in, let them run with it. Don't limit them. Too many people want to micromanage people and tell them this is how it's going to be done. Focus on your vision. Focus on your strengths. If you're weak in areas, let that shit go and let somebody else run with their strengths that complement your weaknesses. Focus on your vision. Focus on what drives you. Create a vision that compels people to go do big things. Too many people don't do that, though. And that's why when I speak about Two Native Sons, I see us. No, I don't see us. I know we're going to be on the level of Grant Cardone, Gary Vee. And you might be laughing at me, which is okay. I'm smiling right with you. You go ahead and laugh all you want. But when it happens, you'll be like, oh, shit. Thank you for the fuel. Let's go. So, let's see here. So this was very, very powerful. And this is the last thing that I'm going to end here with. The fact that this is a post that Bob Proctor actually had spoken on. And this is very powerful. The question is not, are you worthy to reach your goals? The question is, are your goals worthy enough of you? Man, that punches hard. That stings hard. Like, you can go after goals, but are your goals worthy of you? Are you the person that is meant to have those goals? Are those goals attracted to you? Or are you going after things that don't match up with you? And it goes back down to your foundational values. Are you going after stuff that does not match you? It was kind of reverberation there as I have my head around, but are you going after goals that don't even suit you? Are you doing something right now that doesn't even suit you? Are you doing a job that you hate because somebody said this is your mean goal, which is your average goal? Are you following what's passionate about you? Are you going after what drives you? Are you chasing after that spark in your soul that really lights you up? Or are you letting fear get in your way? Are you allowing people to talk in your ear? And are you talking to yourself and stopping yourself? That's a question to ask. That's a deep question there to ask yourself. Are you limiting yourself? Are you getting in your own way by the stories that you're telling yourself? It's a sad thing when you see people that have these big goals, but then end up giving up on them because they got in their own way, or they allowed other people to speak to them and say, you can't do it. That dream is crazy. You don't have the experience. You don't know what you're doing. Screw that. Say, watch me. Figure it out while you go. That's why it's important to find people that you can surround yourself with that see the potential in you more than you see in yourself, to have that withdrawn. And so that's kind of meeting with a great young man yesterday, myself and Patrick, and just listening to what he's gone through, what he's overcome, his dreams, the journey that he's on right now. And to hear him be open with us and honest. And it's not the easiest because we had just met and we're talking about real shit, real deep shit. So my question is, when you're meeting with people, how deep are you getting? Are you scared because you're scared of the judgment? You're putting the spotlight back on yourself, judging yourself for other people. Let people judge you. You go do what you need to. You're going to find people that will align with you and run with you. But you got to work on yourself. You got to work on your vision. You've got to work on what you see. So just some things to really chew on, some things to really think about. And like I always say, if you have anything, if you have a dream in your mind, if you have a dream in your soul, your heart, and you don't feel like you have anybody that can help you out, reach out to me. Anybody that knows my heart and spirit knows my drive is to help other people out, to truly see others succeed and help those individuals go after their dreams. Because maybe I don't know the exact steps to take, but I know people to get you connected with that can truly help you out. You just got to get out of your own way and tell your ego to sit down and say, yes, I need to ask for help. I can't do this by myself. If you believe that by you reaching out and asking for help, you feel like you're going to be seen as being weak, by you being selfish and not sharing your dreams with others and getting in your own way, that's weak. That's a weak mentality because you're trying to do everything on your own and you can't do it. Trust me. Reaching out is not a sign of weakness. Reaching out is a great thing. It's a sign of strength because you know what you're limited in and you know what you need help in. So if this resonates with anybody, share this with other people. I don't care. If you listen to this and you put it in your own words, do that because you have people that I can't reach. Share this with them. Share it in your own words. I don't care. But we got to make a huge impact and we've got to inspire people. But it starts with us being inspired ourselves, which allows other people to be inspired by watching us be inspired. So just some stuff to really truly think about. This is stuff that has to be a deep dive and you've got to think about it. Not enough people are doing it. They're doing whatever. So like I said, if you have any questions, if you need help, you feel you're by yourself, you feel you're on an island, reach out. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. And to continue to really do big shit, you've got to have people. You got to surround yourself with people. You got to collaborate. You can't do it on your own. So I'll catch you guys later. I love you. Thank you for the time. Leave the hashtag replay if you're watching this on the replay. Other than that, I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Love you. Catch you later.